In the historical internet community, there's a lot of talk about how we should behave and what habits we should cultivate to lead a virtuous life. However, we rarely discuss the negative habits we already have that harm our lives. It can be said that there are two even darker and more serious vices than others: a lack of persistence and a lack of self-mastery. Persisting and resisting are the keys to living rightly. Persisting means never giving up on acting correctly, even when we don't feel like it, by developing new habits that make us better. Creating good habits isn't easy, so we need to be persistent. The other key is resisting, avoiding temptations and bad habits that destroy us. In this video, I will address 6 habits present in our daily lives that we should avoid to live fully and happily. Before we begin, I would be immensely grateful if you could leave a like, as it helps me share this philosophy with more people. If you don't want to miss any videos, subscribe and activate the channel's notification bell. First, stop wasting your time. We complain that our days are limited, but we act as if they are infinite. Seneca reflected on the duration of life and concluded that many of us merely exist, not truly live. We waste time on futile things and postpone what we need to do. We need to realize that time is the most valuable thing we have and cannot be taken for granted. Second, stop emotionally attaching yourself to things. The Stoics believe that we need to learn to let go, not only physically, but also emotionally. If we make mistakes, we shouldn't torture ourselves with guilt and regret. Instead, we should learn from these emotions to avoid repeating the same mistakes. We all make mistakes, and we shouldn't excessively suffer because of them. Instead, we should seek ways to grow from these errors. Third, stop procrastinating. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations that we often postpone doing something good today, choosing to do it tomorrow. Seneca also observed that all fools have in common the habit of always getting ready to begin, but never really starting. Delaying tasks by saying "I'll do it tomorrow" often leads to never taking action. It's wiser to do what needs to be done now. Our time is limited, and postponing tasks makes us feel guilty during rest, making it less enjoyable. The satisfaction of a job well done is incomparable, and doing it at the right moment is essential. Fourth, stop being a slave to your desires. Seneca observed that we are all slaves to something, whether it's lust, greed, ambition, hope, or fear. True freedom requires complete control over our minds, allowing us to resist temptations. Discipline is the tool to achieve this freedom. Although it can be more challenging for some, we must daily remind ourselves that we must be in control of our minds to be truly free. As Epictetus stated, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Fifth, stop settling for mediocrity and strive for excellence. Whenever you accomplish something in your life, ask yourself if you gave it your best. When you look back on your life, you may realize that in many situations you didn't give your best. The question is, why are you doing something that doesn't deserve your best? And if it does, why didn't you give your best? Ask yourself this question in everything you do, and always strive to give your utmost effort. We cannot control whether we will succeed in our actions, whether we will win or lose, or whether we will be recognized for what we do. But it is within our control to try our best and give our best in what we do. What is not within our control should not matter to us, because settling for mediocrity when you have the capacity to do something extraordinary doesn't make sense. Sixth, don't let anxiety dominate you. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote that he escaped anxiety because he realized it was within him, not caused by external events. Anxiety rises from our thoughts about future problems. However, anxiety doesn't help and doesn't improve your situation. It's just a thought that torments you, worrying about what may or may not happen in the future. Recognize that no matter what happens in the future, you have already overcome worse situations before. Understand that you have the tools to deal with anything bad that may arise. Differentiate between things you can't control and those within your control, and think about the worst that can happen. In many cases, you will realize that the situation is less severe than you imagined. If you have any habits in your life that you want to eliminate, I hope to receive your comments. I hope this video helps you get rid of habits that we all have in our daily lives that do not serve us well. Eliminating these habits and incorporating new ones into your life, like the ones I explain on this channel, is the path to living a peaceful, happy, and purposeful life.